What's up guys, welcome to Simple Chinese. My name is Mike. In this video I want to talk about a very interesting topic, which is why you see two different dates in Chinese calendar. So in the past videos I always just talk about Chinese lessons, but I feel like it would be very beneficial to you if I can explain to you some of the Chinese cultures as well. So this video will be very different, which is, because we don't talk about any Chinese new words and all that, but simply focus on the Chinese culture. Okay, so if you look at a Chinese calendar, I don't know, do you have Chinese friends or have you been to a Chinese household? Well, if you see a Chinese calendar, there's always there's usually regular dates, which is Monday through Sunday, and then from 1st to 28, 29, 30, 31, depends on the month and the year, right? But also there's a small, a different type of dates down there as well. Something like, maybe you see some weird words, for example, like saying like this, right? 初一 or like 刚二, just like some weird words like this you see, sort of kind of grab your attention maybe. What else? Just a lot of different words you can think about. Okay, so what are those, right? So if you think about that, how our calendars form in US or maybe rest of the world is based on how the Earth orbits the Sun. So if Earth orbits the Sun one cycle, that's 1 year, 365 days, right? So that's how pretty much all calendars in this world right now is standardized. Is 1 year that counts as how the Earth orbits once, right? But so that's I don't know, call it like a sun calendar or whatever. But in Chinese, this is considered the activity of how a moon orbits the Earth one cycle. That counts. Well, maybe I don't know. Is that actually correct? I think it is. Yeah, orbits the Earth for one cycle. So that counts as a month. And how we measure that, which is very, very interesting, is so for example, one cycle, one circle is 1 month, right? And then usually the middle of the cycle, so the 15th usually will be considered when you see the moon, it's like very the most rounded. Okay, so that usually that day we call it like a 15. Okay, and then there's also a holiday, especially in like August, I think, 8月15. It's a holiday called 中秋节, which is when you eat moon pies. I don't know what. I think just moon festival. I think it's what they call it in English. Yeah, I might talk about that too in the future videos. But basically, that's the idea behind what this is. Basically, that calendar that you see in Chinese, the other different small things is a lunar calendar. Luna, and I think that's how you spell Luna calendar. You get an idea here, yeah, calendar. So usually why we use that, because like that's actually very useful in many cases, because a lot of Earth's activities also, I think, determined by how the moon orbits the Earth, how like you change things and whatever, and it's actually very accurate too. So for example, like there's not really an exact day for I think there's not an exact day in the regular calendar that considers the longest day of the year or the shortest day of the year, meaning like in the sunlight, right? So in a lunar calendar, actually we do, and this is very, like, I don't know much detail about it, but an idea is that I think every different 15 days, the moon or whatever, the Earth or orbits the sun, how there's different activities. And then, for example, this one, 冬至. 冬至 means the winter has come, and usually that day will be the longest day, shortest day of I guess in China, of the northern half of the entire Earth, because I guess how the Earth orbits the sun, so like during the direct daylight is very, very little. Okay, I think the further north it goes, the shorter the day it is, and then I think so that's like inside the lunar calendar, which is pretty cool. But I don't know, does it apply for different countries, because depends on the geographic location. It may not work completely. So So that's one. Another one would be like I think it's this 夏至. So 冬 means winter, 夏 means summer, right? So 夏至 means summer has come, and then in that day will be the longest day of the northern, entire northern half of the Earth or hemisphere, right? So that's the idea. It's a very interesting thing. I mean, I don't know much, but I mean, especially I guess older people talked a lot about that, and I think we'll still produce that. It's still a great way to count for things, and a lot of traditional Chinese holidays are actually based on the lunar calendar. So we can definitely get into more on that. But I guess what's good is about this calendar is that a lot of natural activities, like it's actually very surreal. Like it's actually very true. Like for example, on this date of the lunar calendar, usually it will get very cold, or on that day of the lunar calendar, it will get really hot, or things like that. Like it's not like completely just like out of nowhere. Like it's actually based on I guess decades or years, hundreds of centuries of like observation, and then how ancient Chinese ancestors somehow developed this sort of formula of how to keep track of the changes of our environment. But obviously there's like hurricanes and all that other stuff affecting everything, right? I mean obviously like it's not the same, but I guess in general like kind of sort of follow this rule, and it worked out pretty well. So thank you for watching this video. I'm gonna talk about more of like maybe like other traditional Chinese cultures in a few next few videos and all that. So thank you so much. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment below as well. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.